Have you ever noticed that the moment you decide to get serious with God, you sin the more? Most people think this means they've stepped out of God's will. They think, maybe I'm doing this wrong. But today, I want to enlighten you. That lust you are feeling, it isn't a sign of failure, it is a sign of purging. You see, not all attacks are from the devil. Sometimes God allows certain things as opportunity to strengthen our conviction. Part 1. The internal collision. We often hear that coming to God brings peace that passes understanding, and yes, it does, but no one tells you about the collision that happens first. You decide to get serious. You start praying, studying the Word, and suddenly, you aren't feeling holier. You're feeling angrier. You're noticing bitterness you thought you'd buried years ago. You're seeing lust, irritation, and secret habits popping up like weeds after a rainstorm. You think, I must be getting further from God. But I want to enlighten you today. The rising of your sin is actually proof of the rising of His light. In John 15, Jesus says something that challenges our modern idea of comfort. He says, "Every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes so that it may be even more fruitful." Think about that. If you are producing nothing, the gardener leaves you alone. But the moment you start growing, the moment you get serious, the shears come out. Pruning looks like losing. To the branch, the shears feel like an attack. It feels like something is being stolen. But to the gardener, it is a strategic removal of dead weight that would eventually kill the tree. God is removing the people, the habits, and the comforts that cannot go where He is taking you. You aren't losing, you are being streamlined for the harvest. Part 2. The Spirit of Truth and the Mirror. Jesus promised us a comforter, the Spirit of Truth. But remember what He said that Spirit would do. He said the Spirit would reprove the world of sin. God is holy. To stand before Him, we must be blameless. But He doesn't just cover our mess, He cleanses it. The closer you get to the flame of His presence, the more the dross in your life has to rise to the surface. Think of a pot of gold being purified. The goldsmith cranks up the heat. Why? So the impurities can float to the top where they can be skimmed off. If you feel heated right now, if your temper is flaring, or your old habits are screaming, don't run away. You are on the goldsmith's table. Part 3. It's not an attack, it's an exposure. This is the part we often get wrong. We blame the devil for every bad mood. We say, the enemy is attacking me with anger today. But sometimes it's not an attack, it's an exposure. Those seeds of bitterness, that pride, those fruits of the flesh were planted long ago in the dark. The devil didn't just put them there this morning, he's been using them as a back door to your soul for years. The Spirit of God is bringing them into the light and saying, deal with this now, before it ends you. He is showing you the cancer while it's still small enough to cut out. He is revealing your secret sins, not to condemn you, but to protect your future. You can't conquer what you won't confront. Part 4. The Thomas Shelby Solitude Reframed. When Thomas Shelby said, spirits show themselves in the silence, he was touching on a spiritual truth.
Spirits show themselves to me.
In the noise of the world, we can distract ourselves from who we really are. We use work, social media, and people to drown out our own brokenness. But when you get serious with God, He pulls you into the garden of solitude. And in that silence, your true self shows up. The dead things start to speak. It's scary. It feels like you're losing your mind. But it's actually the first time you're finally seeing the truth. It would be cowardice to call it imagination. It is a divine confrontation. Part 5. Conclusion and the call to endure. If you feel frustrated, easily irritated today, thank God for it. It means He's still working on you. It means He thinks you're worth the surgery. Stay on the table. Let the Spirit of Truth finish the work, because on the other side of this losing is a version of you that is unshakable, blameless, and truly free. Say this prayer: Lord, thank you for the light that exposes our darkness. Don't let us run from the mirror. Give us the courage to deal with the roots before they become strongholds. Refine us until we reflect you. Amen. If you find peace and guidance, like, share, and subscribe to my channel.